couple
You
of
call me
days.
your partner?
Your partner in
No,
business, in partner
no.
business. Yeah.
That in this case, it sounds like we're gay.
So I will talk with my podcast buddy.
Yeah, that would have been better than partner. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Men who know things.
The man who knows things. Hello.
Hello.
What's up, everybody?
Yes.
It's second podcast, same studio, different
Yeah.
angle.
Let's try it for a third time.
We are the man who know things.
Thanks.
I'm Floyd,
Big D, David.
Big Daddy, and we are back in the studio. Same studio, different place, different angle of the room. We needed to change some stuff.
Same flies.
Same same flies. We can see that on the rush. There was so many flies coming.
They're my friends, though.
The flies are your friends.
Yes,
Why?
because I have no other friends. We're in Finland. What do you expect?
Might be your friend, or you call me a fly.
Oh,
We'll be right back. All right. We were just before we started, we were talking about having a new introduction.
yes. Yeah. New intro to the podcast.
I mean,
Fly on my face.
yeah. We don't know if the introduction that you just listened to uh gonna be the last one. We just try to figure out what would be the best, and if somebody can actually get us a better idea for our topics. Not our topics, but
I thought you didn't want anything from the crowd.
no, if somebody can actually help us, that's different.
Okay.
Yeah, not doing it, but says, oh, maybe you could do something a bit more classic or a bit more funky
Yeah,
and less rock or something, because we don't know yet. We try to um we try to figure out where we are going. And
where do I look right now? Like I don't even know where to fucking look. I'm just like, where do I fucking
you
look?
can look at me when you talk to me.
Oh, okay.
That's quite polite, you
Well,
know.
when I'm listening to you, it's like I feel like I'm staring in your eyes and looking in my soul, and it feels weird.
But you can look at the camera, but it feel a bit weird if you just stare at the camera.
I know. That's why I feel like I'm looking at the audience's soul.
It's yeah, we can look at.
But then again, if I look at the audience the entire time, it feels like I'm talking to them, even though there's nobody there to talk to. So it's kind of like a interesting concept there, because it's like I am talking to a future person who is possibly going to be listening to this, watching me, watching them.
Yes, and if you're new in the podcast, if you're new to watch that, please subscribe, subscribe,
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Yeah,
And
articulate, Floyd.
yes,
Articulate.
I'm going to say that we get our first comment. We had a first feedback
Where?
from the podcast.
Yeah.
Somebody says that Freud, you suck at talking. So I need to articulate. I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For the second podcast, I will try to articulate. I'm not a native, and I have a broken English. And if you don't really understand me, I'm sorry, but it's gonna do the subtitles. It's gonna work on it.
I'm not. I'm gonna do that shit. That's too much work. I don't get paid enough for that.
Yeah. Wait, we don't get paid.
We don't get paid.
We don't get paid at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And
We're two broke guys talking about shit that we don't know. That's
yeah.
why we are the men who
Yeah,
know things.
we
but
yeah,
don't.
but don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. We don't. And yeah, you were talking about my mom just before we started the podcast. What you wanted to say about my mom?
She's a lovely lady,
Okay.
and she.
Oh, you can talk shit. She will not understand. Only my sister will understand. I will just
You're-
translate to my mom. a bit.
Well, I like your sister too. I mean, I don't want to offend her. So,
You will not offend anyone.
I mean, necrophilia is a pretty offensive thing to say.
We have a situation with the arm of the microphone, and because it's a cheap material.
I like how you
Uh,
just like blew over the necrophilia thing, and we're not even explaining that, and you're just
Yes, that's the explanation. So just listen.
like, okay,
The arm of the microphone is too stiff. And he said, "That's your mother. That's stiff. That's what you said.
Yeah, I said your mother is stiff in my bed.
Yeah, because I was talking about the arm that actually it's too stiff. So
Yeah,
you need to get loose the screws here.
I feel like we're kind of pushing this right now.
What?
What?
Talking about my mom stiff in your bed?
Because she's dead.
Yeah, okay. It's okay. You can have your fantasy.
Uh,
You don't. You don't have this fantasy. Actually, it's just
I guess. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a good slide. So back in the day when I was a kid, my mom had the Alice Cooper album, and my mom just put that song in, and it was like the best of Alice Cooper, and he's an amazing artist. I really like Alice Cooper, and the one of the songs that was playing on that CD was "I Love the Dead," and he goes, I love the dead, like that, it's like dun dun, and it's a song about a guy who likes to fuck dead people. That's basically the song of Alice Cooper, and I was this 7-year-old kid in the backseat of the car going, "I love the dead," like.
would you did you understand the lyrics at that moment?
No, no,
The meaning,
I
nothing.
had I didn't understand anything like it was talking, and it wasn't until I have a vinyl collection, so I buy like a ton of vinyl all the time, and I bought the Alice Cooper album, Billion Dollar Baby, and it has I Love the Dead, and I was listening to it, and I think in the best of Alice Cooper, they didn't have this part, or my mom skipped it. But when I was listening to the vinyl part, the original 1973 version, uh, you hear parts in that song where he's actually making the noises of fucking the dead. So he's like, I love the dead. Like that.
That's awful.
For
That's
real.
gross.
That is fucking crazy.
And you know what? What happened to me with the same situation, but I mean not same situation, but same kind of story. I was like probably 14, 15 when the album Eminem, Marshall Mother.
I was 10.
Yeah.
No, you had to be older. You had to be older.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, yeah.
No, no,
It came out in 2001
no. So 2001.
or 2000. 2000. Came out 2000.
So I was 16.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I said
Okay.
15, 16. So probably this range of 15, 16.
You were 17.
And no,
Yeah,
in 2000, I was 16.
you had to be 17. We're
No,
7-year difference. I was 10.
yeah, I don't really believe it. But yeah, okay, we'll be right back. The story start by I'm telling the story. So I was in holidays in my grandparents' place in the south of France with my mother and my sister. And we went to a supermarket. And back in the days, what you were able to get into an aisle that you can buy CDs. There was this new Eminem there. And I said, "Oh, I love Eminem. I'm going to listen." And you know, you take the box from the CD album and you scan under a scanner and you have headset and you can listen 10 seconds of each um, piece. I mean,
Back in the day, you could
tracks.
do this. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, okay, it's really good. I have a bit of money. I bought the album." And then I remember that we went back to my grandparents' car. We were all together in the car. We were five, like my grandmother, my grandfather, my mom, my sister, and me in the car.
How old was your sister then?
If I was 17, then she was 8.
8. Yeah.
And then I said, "Oh, I bought a new album. Can I listen to the in the car?" And my grandfather said, "Yeah, of course." So I opened the album, I put it into the stereo, and I started in the with the music, and I remember there was this. What is this track?
Ken Kniff from Connecticut.
My God, my grandmother was like, "What is that noise?"
It's if you ever listen to the Marshall Mathers album, it has this Ken Kniff skit where he's getting his dick sucked by Shaggy and Violent J, and and they're intensely making noises doing the skit, and then Violent J's be violent with it, and he gives it back to Shaggy, and then Shaggy goes, "What's my name?" Oh no, he goes, Ken Kniff goes, "What's my name?" And Shaggy goes, "Eminem." What? Eminem? What? You can have Eminem if you want him. I don't want you guys. Give my dick back. Goodbye. And he slams the door
I'm
and
really,
leaves.
really glad that my grandparents didn't speak English and didn't understand any word. And there was this when you start, it was "Kill You" is my
Yeah.
one of my favorite songs, and it started directly like so. The song started when I was just a little baby boy,
My
and
mama
then
used to tell me these
there
crazy
is this
things.
bass coming directly,
Yeah.
and it was quite loud. And my grandfather says, "That's pretty dull. What the fuck is that music?" I said, "That's Eminem." He was listening to Luis Mariano and those kind of old stuff. Like even Beatles was too young for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, I loved Eminem when I was a kid, and my mom despised Eminem. And so, from the USA and stuff, like they had the parental advisory sticker and all this shit. So, but in order for me to listen to Eminem, I was like, how can I listen to him? And so, I had to listen to the radio because Eminem was on the radio all the time, all the time in USA, and I would listen constantly to the radio. And right when his song came on, I recorded it with my cassette tape,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then I still have that cassette tape to this day,
So you were just waiting that the Eminem
the
was
whole day, the
okay.
whole day.
Was queuing the yeah.
Yeah, and so of course I got the edited version of the songs, but there was a couple times where I got like these exclusive songs that were so hard to find from the radio, and one of those songs fucking flies. One of those songs was Hail Mary 2003, I think, or something like that. And the song is Eminem in it, and it comes from Hail Mary from Tupac originally, and then Eminem and them made a song from the same beat and stuff, and it's a Ja Rule diss. And but during the time, like I never heard that song before because there was no Spotify, there was no YouTube, there was nothing. You only got it from the CD, or
Just
you
the
didn't get it
radio.
at all.
Yeah, or just radio.
Yes, radio, CD or
And
radio.
sometimes some of the songs that were played only after 10 o'clock.
Yeah. And so I was this little kid, 10 to 12 years old, just staying up all night, just listening to the radio, waiting for Eminem and click, and I would record it on my cassette tape. And then I would take that cassette tape and I had my little Walkman, and I would put in my Walkman and listen to my Eminem. And that's how I got Eminem until LimeWire came. And we talked about LimeWire last week. But yeah, then LimeWire just got everything.
Yeah, you could get everything. But I remember because I watched back our first podcast and I forgot to mention that usually wait. I have to be sure to something.
I do. Hey,
No, it's not you. It's not you.
it's not me.
It's not you. It's not you. The fucking little banana flies, fruit flies. I
Fruit
don't know.
flies.
Yeah. We don't see it here, but just between the lights, it shows so much little shit
I
coming from the camera.
Well, I think this really, the fruit flies really help emphasize how much of your money that we need.
You don't, I mean, the camera. I said that you don't even see the guitar over there. The guitar with only three strings. Everything is broken. It's, yeah, but okay. Um, Back to the topic. Uh, Talking about the recording stuff. Like I remember that my dad has a lot of also cassette audio in the bag. The like 100 different, and there was always something written on it, like Pink Floyd, Metallica, or Led Zeppelin. But there were never the whole song. The cassette was in the stereo,
Yeah,
ready to be recorded. I mean, ready to be hit.
yeah,
And then if my dad was actually in the kitchen or like listening to the radio and the oh music he liked. He was running towards the stereo and push play and record at the same time. You had to push two
Yeah,
buttons at the same time.
exactly.
Yeah, and then you can play. So the song was starting, and then it was like 10 seconds later. So you never have the introduction of the song ever.
That was smart. Luckily, usually, for me as a kid, they would always say Eminem is coming up in the next like 5 songs. And I was like, oh shit, okay, okay, this is no song number one. All right, here's song number three. Okay, and then there'll be
And then he
commercials.
says, "Fuck, what? 4, 3? I don't remember now." And it's like, "Ah, shit, shit." And you have some
Yeah,
cramps in your fucking
yeah,
elbows.
and you're just waiting, waiting, waiting. Because my mom wouldn't let me buy the CD, and then the amazing thing happened. Oh yeah, I forgot this part of the story. Before LimeWire, the amazing thing happened when I was 10. My friend, his name Matthew, um, his siblings got the CD, and then he snuck it over to my house, and then we listened to the song. And my favorite song from the Marshall Mathers LP album at the time when I was that age was called "Under the Influence," and it starts
Mm-hmm.
off with "Shim nee 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 nee
Nah, nah,
nee nee
nah,
nee
nah,
nee,"
nah.
and then goes, "You translate, you can suck my
My
dick
dick
if
if you
you don't
don't like
like my
my shit.
shit."
I remember that one. I
That,
was actually not speaking English, but I remember that sentence.
yeah,
And I was 17. I couldn't speak a word in English, but my karaoke playback was not bad. Because
yeah.
now that I'm listening to the music, I said, I remember the lyrics, but how come I didn't speak English back then? And yeah, it was pretty good. But Kill You still my favorite. And now that I understand all the lyrics, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, it's about raping his mother too,
Yeah,
just like I raped your mother in a bit.
when you understand when you're a kid, you don't. I mean, you would understand the lyrics, but you don't understand the meaning. I would not understand neither of those, so it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Eminem makes a lot of songs that actually it's funny. He's made a song about the domestic abuse anthems, and he's made songs about you know, all sorts of like killing Kim. He made like 2 or 3 songs like that of killing
Kim
Kim.
was the ex-wife.
Yeah, yeah. Kim's a
Okay,
yeah, and I've been an Eminem fan like all my life, and I have all of his albums on vinyl.
you're not like just a fan.
I'm a stan. I'm clearly a
You
stan.
die hard
I'm a
fan.
diehard fan.
You're a fucking die hard fan.
So much so that I even do Eminem karaoke. Come out to one of the things.
Yeah. I remember the first time we went to a karaoke because in Finland there is fucking a lot of karaoke's, even in nightclubs and stuff. There is always a room on the side, and there is always just a karaoke moment. And
Yeah,
you just sign a paper with the song that they can play. And there was like I remember it was Vanta. Yeah, I think it was
yeah. It was in
yeah
Vanta.
it
Yeah, yeah,
was in Vanta. This the first nightclub we've been together.
yeah. I remember that.
And yeah, that was pretty rough night. But we went to the side of the karaoke, wanted to sing this song, and I don't remember which one was it. Doesn't really matter. But what happened? There was like maybe 10 person in this karaoke room, and they were all like sitting like watching you. And then this is next song is gonna be David
Without me, I think.
with what?
Without me.
Without me.
Yeah,
Okay, without me. Is that one?
yeah. Without me
Okay.
by Eminem. Yeah.
And then you sang it and you thought it was pretty good, but you were pretty drunk.
I was fucked up. Yes.
And then in the end, some people look at you and he said, "Oh, pretty good. You sing pretty good." And you say, "Yeah, I know. If I sing that good, it's because I'm American." And you drop the mic. And we left the room, and I was like, "Okay." And nobody said anything like, what? What just happened? Why?
When I get drunk, I get overconfident, and
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
was very overconfident that time. Even though I was probably slurring my words and missed half the words and
Yeah,
lyrics,
but it
but
was it was it was really good. It was funny, and
yeah,
he was still a pretty good singer for making Eminem song.
yeah,
And we in the last travel in Belgium we've been together. We've been to a bar, and you were singing like a cappella without even like a microphone because it was my Eminem. on the background music. It was in Delirium Tremens bar underground. And
Yeah.
everybody was, not everybody, but like the circle around us, like 20 people were actually looking at you. And we were like, you are, yeah, Dave, 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 Dave. I don't remember which song, but we have it in the video.
Oh,
We
good.
can maybe plug it in a in the link in the description to have this on YouTube if anybody wants. But
Yeah,
we
that'd
have
be
it.
cool.
We have it. Yeah.
I don't remember what song it was because I sang like 5 or 6 songs.
My name is. It's always my name is.
Probably.
It's always my name is.
My
And
name
we
is.
and after when we moved from Brussels to Nivelles, there was my name is again in the bar. It's
Yeah,
always my name is.
yeah.
They don't have anything
Oh,
else.
are you talking about the? Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I was thinking about this last Belgium trip. No, you're talking about the year ago
Oh,
Belgium
it
trip.
was last year.
Last year,
Oh
not
my God.
not last July. Last year.
Time flies. Time
Time
flies.
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 That
Yeah.
was your Yeah, that was your
Bachelor
bachelor
party.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bachelor party. No, that was the real Slim Shady that I sang that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
everybody was
remember.
like,
Yeah,
"Come,
because
come."
I just when I said after when we back to Nivelles, and I was like, we didn't.
Yeah, I was like,
Last year we went to Brussels
yeah,
and then back to Nivelles.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was that one. Yeah, and yeah, I basically what I used to do is that I used to just memorize the songs because uh I really I don't know. I guess when Eminem sang, sing for the moment, visualize the put pinning posters on the walls, listen to all the songs with the fucking shit in their eyes. And that was me. That was. Basically me the entire time. Uh, and so it's like, to me, I just have always like had these songs in my head, and I just wanted to like express it out finally. And it wasn't until my late 20s that I finally just took the dive and just did it. And the last time I actually went out, I just went out one time on my own in Helsinki. It just one day I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go to Helsinki, gonna go to a bar, just do karaoke on my own. Nobody with me. No, I don't know anybody. So I just went out by myself.
That's the confidence of an American.
And And there I am. I just go in this bar, and I'm sitting there, and this one Finnish guy comes, and he sits there next to me, and we introduce each other. We just start talking and stuff. And he goes, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just here to sing karaoke Eminem." And he's just like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, just I'm just here to sing karaoke to Eminem. What's wrong with that?" And he he looked at me like I'm fucking crazy. Like nobody does that. And I was just like, I I am nobody's around. I don't have my wife here. The kids are gone. I finally have a time for myself. And I was like, this is what I like to do. And so I just signed up, and I was just sitting there waiting. And then he's like, you know what? You I'll buy you a drink. And so he bought me a
If the guy
drink.
was alone or not.
He was alone too,
Yeah,
yeah.
so actually you I mean, look at you that you weirdo to come alone to make karaoke on your own, but the guy was actually alone.
To pick up
Listen to
chicks.
people, listen to people making karaoke and drinking on his own.
No,
So that's
no, he wanted to pick up chicks. So then he asked me to be his
yeah,
wingman. Yeah.
oh yeah,
So I was his wingman.
like any cheeks in a karaoke club.
It was actually this karaoke club is called Erotoja. It's like the most famous karaoke club in Helsinki. Actually, it's a really good bar there.
Okay, never heard.
And was I not supposed to? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay. You can plug it. You can plug
Okay,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm plugging it. Yeah, but it's a great bar. If you're ever in Helsinki, go there. It's amazing. But there's a lot of hot chicks there too, actually. So yeah. I mean, it's a win-win situation.
that was not the point why you went there. You
No, no, no,
really
that's not.
wanted to sing karaoke.
I did go there to sing karaoke. Yes,
Really.
yes, and but it was not the reason why I went there. But, anyways, I did my first song. Uh, I signed up for the Real Slim Shady, and of course, I did that song, and everybody's like, "Oh wow, that's really good. You did a really good job," getting high fives and whatever. And then silence, and nobody talked to me. And then but then there was like 2 or 3 people like, "Do another one, do another one." So I was like, "Okay." So then I signed up for Without Me. I did that song,
Oh, I can actually wait another hour to have my own my.
Yeah, I had to wait like an hour and a half actually to do the next song.
So the next time you know that you have to sign the paper, you sign the paper 3 times in a row.
Yeah, yeah, I could have done that. But I didn't know people wanted me to keep doing it. So what happened was I did Without Me, and then at that point there was even more people that were so excited about me that they said, "Go do another one." After I did Without Me, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
in an hour.
I'll do another one." So
And then
this
they
time,
move. They after before even that, you start the second one. They left because they were waiting too long. Yeah,
yeah, some people did leave. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of course.
But then I did Lose Yourself, and when I did Lose Yourself, at that point the bar was
They lose their shit.
they lost their shit.
Oh my god.
Everybody lost their shit. I was like the most popular guy there for like 30 seconds after I did that song. Like everybody, all the Finnish people were like, "Oh my God, I want your autograph. Who are you? Where you like what?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Do you have a fan page on Facebook? I want to add you." And I'm like, "No, actually, I don't." So I would have gotten all this like thing, this this praise and stuff, and probably a lot of people added me, but at the time I didn't have anything. So but yeah, and then
And then after half an hour, you're back in your car
nobody says anything to me in like
and you
30
listen
minutes.
Riders on the Storm.
Back,
Flying,
back, just driving home. Actually,
no heater and
well, the
driving like
story's not over yet
economics.
because then they wanted me to do another song. And I actually forgot. I did actually five songs that night. I did Real Sim Shady, Stan, Without Me, Lose Yourself, and My Name Is. I did all five. And so I did five songs, and every single time people wanted me to do it. And I didn't get home until 6 o'clock in the morning, and I left at 5 in the morning at the bar. So I was there the whole night just singing. It was crazy. And I got free drinks along the way. So it was nice.
Okay, okay. I,
And I also for that wingman guy, I forget his name. Uh, I actually he eventually did find a chick, and then he left, so he got his reward. And yeah, it was a good night. It was a fun night. I haven't done one since like that, but I don't know. I have the confidence to just do stuff on my own, and people are like, "How do you do that? Like, how do you fucking have the confidence to do that? Just go on your own and just do something like that. Nobody does that." I was like, "I don't know."
nobody in Finland.
Yeah, nobody in Finland. I don't know. I just find it that
How you have the confidence to walk on the street and look at people in the eyes?
it's weird. It's
Yeah,
weird in this culture,
yeah.
but
But yeah, but the yeah. I mean, you love to sing, so
I really do. And I have my own songs, yeah. But can I plug that?
yeah, you can plug it.
My own song is Your Moment on Your Moment Scooney on YouTube. You can check it out. It's about a 3 minute song, and I wrote it for. Uh, it's gonna be interesting. I wrote it for this person that I met, um, and she was going to college, and and I just thought of like the lyrics of like this big change in life, like how can I be like somebody that's like motivating somebody for a big change and keep them going? And I was just thinking like that, and that's how I made the lyrics of Your Moment. So thank you for that. There's fans that are gonna want to know the reason why I wrote that
Yeah,
song.
we're gonna put the link in the description.
Yes, please check
Oh,
it out.
sorry. Description.
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 Yes, description.
Don't say description. Description. Description.
I can tell you right now, Floyd, we're gonna have a lot of uh, Latvian audience watching this podcast.
Okay, maybe.
No, not maybe. We are.
Okay,
It's going.
maybe we are.
I can make a lot of shout outs to. I'm just kidding.
Shout out to Latvian people.
Latvian people,
Yeah,
welcome.
I hope that we're gonna have some of my folks in Belgium. Shout out to you,
Yes, shout out to
uh,
Belgium. Yes.
and shout out to USA.
Yeah, no.
No, no, no.
Remember, I'm the black sheep.
You're black sheep
The
from
black
Ida,
sheep
like that.
from
No,
USA.
no, no, it's not Iowa, Idaho. No, shit, Ohio. Sorry.
Ohio. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking there's 52 fucking states, and I forgot it's Ohio,
Ohio.
Idaho.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Why you're
So
not from Kentucky? It's easy. Kentucky, Florida.
nobody wants to become from Kentucky. Nobody wants to fuck their cousins.
Yeah, Kentucky, they make the best bourbon.
Yeah, because they're fucking their cousins, so they have to have bourbon to forget about it.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. Like the memes that we have against uh Ohio.
Yeah, I know all these memes.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know where they came from. I don't know, because in my book, Indiana's the crazy state. Indiana's way
of
more crazier
course it is.
than Ohio.
Of course.
But
But for the rest of the USA, it's Ohio.
but all of a sudden this Ohio man came up and I was like, what the fuck is this Ohio man? Because I had a friend that sent it to me and it was like, what is it with Ohio? And I was like, I have no, because I haven't been in Ohio in over 10 years. So I don't know what has happened to that state or if there's anything like going on there. But next thing I know that I'm seeing all these memes about Ohio with planes landing and
People fucking their cousins.
people fucking their good. Like, no, these are wrong. This is the wrong state. So oh,
Ohio is not a trail park. But
Ohio has just Cleveland, and Cleveland is shit. But Cleveland has the most serial killers of all the United States. Is in
mm,
Cleveland. Yeah.
yeah, I mean the memes doesn't talk about killers or anything. Most likely is because pretend that Ohio has stupid people living there.
Oh yeah, there are stupid people living in Ohio.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ohio.
Shout out to stupid people.
Stupid people in
Yeah.
Ohio. Eh, eh, they're like everybody I have. My whole family pretty much has moved out of Ohio because there are so many stupid people in Ohio.
And where they are now? Texas.
Texas,
Yeah.
North Carolina, you got Virginia in the mix, you got Michigan, you got Indiana. Yeah, they're all over now. They're all over the place. So like, there's only like one aunt that still lives in Ohio, and that's it. Everybody, my whole family, everybody gone.
Yeah.
So it's just like I think it's because Ohio, just the people there are just kind of stuck up. I think that's why I liked Finland so much when I first moved here because it was like refreshing to not have everybody like so pissed off about every little thing that you did. Because Ohio, you fart wrong and everybody's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And it's like, fuck. Like I have some crazy stories. Like one time I went to Walmart, okay, just fucking Walmart to just buy headphones or something. This dude comes up to me and starts talking about how he stole money from a bank and that how he managed to hack or something like this. And he's just randomly talking shit like this to me, and I don't know this dude. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about, and I just got these really creepy vibes. And he's just like, "Hey man, yeah, I I'm able to buy this stuff because I was stealing money from a bank and I hacked it, and how it happened was I would just get $1."
Oh, sorry. What did you say? I was not buying headphones. I was buying a TV.
Please buy my
And
TV for me.
actually, the home cinema theater completely like. Can we go in this direction?
Yeah. But no, he wasn't offering to buy me anything. He was just bragging about stealing from a bank. And I was
Okay.
like,
Oh,
okay,
cool.
cool.
That's yeah. But
It's
people like that, that
weird
is
like shit.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. That's not the clap for syncing the audio and the video. It's just fucking flies here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not me. I mean, you want to smell?
No.
Okay.
No, but there's been like so many crazy things that happened back in the day. And living in Ohio, I had grown up with the idea that uh I lost my thought. Where did this go?
We'll be right back. Ta-da! After this short reclam. Okay. Um, talking about fucking your cousin. No, no, no. Okay.
I do have a story, but I don't know if I should dive into that. That's a Yeah, I mean, I guess I can. Anyway, so I had a stepmom. This is this is a true story. I had
I don't know if I want to hear it.
I had a stepmom, and and she just decided to, up and leave my father. And she decided because she wanted to go be with her cousin in Kentucky. This is a true story. So she left my dad to go fuck her cousin. And now she lives with her cousin in Kentucky. So shout out to you, stepmom. Hope you enjoy fucking that cousin of yours. But yeah, that's a true story. And Kentucky lives up to its name. That's for sure.
Hmm. Shout out to Kentucky. Shout out to Kentucky. Yeah. Kentucky is fucking cousin and shooting guns all the time.
No, shooting guns is Texas.
Yeah. I mean, I was referring to Kentucky Ballistic.
Ah, yeah, okay.
They are always like shooting everything. Today we're gonna shoot that shit. Today we're gonna use that gun. Today we're gonna use that knife and always. And they have all the band in YouTube in Kentucky. Because I don't know any YouTubers doing that in Texas, but might be wrong. I don't know. Men who know things. That's the thing. Shout out to Scott from Kentucky Ballistic. Ballistic. Sorry,
Ballistic.
ballistic.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
You got to articulate more, Floyd. Read the comments.
Yeah. Read the comment. Read the comment. The comment. There is only one.
Well, on the second one.
This motherfucker is coming back in the video with the anonymous name, like like a sexy bitch 99. Like, Floyd is really sexy, but he doesn't articulate correctly. I don't hear anything he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm trying my best. I try my best. I'm learning English every day. I'm listening to stuff
Why?
all the time. Why? Why? What do
Why?
you mean? Why?
Why did you learn English to begin with? What motivated you to learn
Oh, but
English?
it doesn't matter what motivated me because I needed to change the country. So if I came here, the only thing then I needed to speak English. Oh yeah, okay, okay, I got what you. Okay, so when I met my wife back in the days, we didn't speak together. So the only thing where I was able to do is like translate on Google Translation, and we were having our first date by making the translation all the time, which is actually really funny.
Yeah.
And then when she moved back to Finland, I wanted to follow her after a few months because the relationship, distance relationship, didn't really work with me and with her either. So I moved. I moved to Finland, and I needed to start to speak English and also Finnish. So I went to school for a moment. Signed up for a 1 year. Not it was not like full-time school. It was maybe 2 or 3 times a week, couple hours. And but the teacher was speaking English.
Yeah.
So
Did you like when
she
you first started learning English and stuff, was it like really confusing? And like were you just like lost at everything or
dude,
was
of
it picking
course.
up like
No, no,
quickly?
no, no, of course not. Yeah, I knew some words like basics, house, car,
Yeah.
drink, but I couldn't make a fucking sentence.
Oh wow.
No, no, not at all. That's a fucking zero knowledge in English. Zero fucking knowledge. So every fucking lyrics that I was singing, like in my shower, I was like, I wanna get sand one and come, sunny friend like one I can. No,
Yeah.
no fucking word was. Yeah, sometimes I could understand. I could not understand, but I could catch a word completely.
Yeah.
Like a rush of blood, a rush of blood in the head, or rush of blood to the head from Coldplay. I knew what was the rush of blood, but I couldn't understand what means rush. Blood I knew, but to the head. maybe. So I didn't understand the meaning of the song, didn't understand the meaning of the title, and plenty of the other songs. My favorite band is Pink Floyd, and another brick in the wall. I couldn't get anything
Yeah.
from the lyrics. So it's just like right now I'm just starting to understand the songs and the lyrics, and it's like
And how many years has it been now
for what being
with learning English?
like 9 years now,
9 years. Yeah.
9 years, and I'm not
Wait,
really.
wait, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. That means we've been knowing each other for like 9 years,
No, no,
8 years,
8 years and a half. Yeah,
8.5 years. Yeah,
yeah.
because there was like half a year I didn't know you. But
No, no, yeah, yeah, because I
yeah,
met my wife like 9 years ago.
yeah,
Exactly
yeah.
9 years ago,
That's right.
a bit more than 9 years ago, and
Fuck.
we were staying in Belgium, and 6 months after I went to Finland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
I remember when I first met you. It was hilarious. So we're driving. We decided to go to this cottage together
yeah, that was for the night, the
for New
New
Year's.
Year's
Yeah, it
Eve.
was the New
Yeah,
Year cottage party. And so I'm driving with my wife, and I'm asking like, "Hey, who's this? Who's this? Who's this guy that this other that this friend is dating?" And my wife goes, "Oh, this guy. Yeah, I think he's like really young." I was like, "Young? Well, that's weird. What do you mean young?" And my wife goes, I think he's like only 18 or something. I was like, "Only 18?
she
What?"
was 25 in that moment. You were 25. You were the
Yeah,
exact same age.
we were 25. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
25.
And so my wife is telling me that this guy that her friend is dating is 18 years old. And I was like, "Okay, it's interesting because, I've never imagined that your wife would be actually ever dating a younger
Somebody
person.
like 7 years
Yeah,
younger.
20 years younger. So for me, it was this weird shock. And so we get to the party, and I'm thinking the entire time, you're 18 years old. So I'm like
Yeah, look,
shaking hands with you, talking with you like you're fucking 18 years old,
a
and
fucking idiot that doesn't even speak English.
you don't speak English. I'm like, okay, that
And he
fits.
said, "Hey, hey, hey, yeah, and I said, my name is David, and then my name is, my name is Slim
Yeah,
Shady." I couldn't say my name completely. I don't.
yeah,
I or to introduce myself. I couldn't. Yeah, it was like honestly, it was 6 months before that I met her, and I was starting to like change my life into English. But it was in Belgium, so
yeah,
nobody was speaking English to me. I just had to buy some books, and my favorite show is Friends, and I changed to having the English with the French subtitles,
yeah,
which actually helped me a lot because I knew perfectly all the scenes and the story behind it, so I didn't even have to read the subtitles.
yeah,
I was getting the story in English, so I was like, "Oh, okay." And everything that I was watching in English, and that make this, this click in my mind and said, "Oh my God, that's what the fucking word means." Actually, there's
yeah.
plenty of stuff that I couldn't know, and still now I'm still learning. But because I'm not in the native speaking English country, it's really hard because the only people that speak with me is like the only native is you and Jonathan. Shout out to Jonathan.
Yo, Jonathan.
And everybody has an accent. Everybody has this lack of English knowledge. Of it could be vocabularies, it could be like slang, it could be grammar. Anybody, and in my environment, in my job, and anything, it's people are coming from Estonia, from Bangladesh,
Yeah,
from from Russia, from Sweden. They don't have this perfect English knowledge, so it's breaking the the speed of my learning.
yeah.
So
But
it takes time. It takes time, but I'm watching everything in English, and and sometimes I'm just like get confused because I learn too much words in like in not in a row, but too much words in short time. So
yeah, in a
my
very short time. Yeah,
brain is fucked up all the time. Like when we started the first podcast last week, I was like, I will never make it because I was actually listening to a podcast every day, 4 or 5 times a day. I'm listening to the morning and even with my headphones, and I'm like, yeah, 5 6 hours podcast. So I'm just
Just
gathering
absorbing everything.
all
Yeah.
the fucking conversation, vocabularies and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, I need to understand that. I need to understand that. And sometimes I have to pause and go on Google to understand. Okay, because I really want to know what is the word or what is the meaning. Like for example, just for example of this situation, what it means for you that in California you cannot cruise at sunset. You understand that in California it was not allowed to cruise on sunset.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Cruising,
Yeah, I know what
it
cruising. Yeah,
could
yeah.
be a slang also that now we're cruising, we're just having a fun, and we just
It
like
means
make
like you're driving with no purpose.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, but that's the real meaning because you can just like, oh, we were cruising together, like
Yeah, in
hanging
California
out,
they have
hanging out is like also cruising. Is this a slang or not? Is
mm,
it?
not really, no.
No?
No.
Fuck. You know,
You don't
ha-
say you don't go like I'm cruising with my homie. Okay, that means you were driving? No, no,
so
no. We
so
were just sitting
cruising,
together
so
and
cruising
cruise.
is only driving,
Yeah,
only driving.
or
Okay, I thought
like
it was like
or
hanging out.
boat like a
Yeah,
boat
okay,
or car or moving. Like
yeah,
you're cruising together. You're like moving, driving,
yeah, okay.
boating.
Okay,
You
but
know,
the real meaning anyway is like driving. So
I mean, it can be associated driving. Yes.
yeah, so if the California law says that you cannot cruise at sunset
Yeah, it means that you cannot like take a
without any
car.
purpose.
Yeah, without a purpose.
Yeah, because in California there has this low ride stuff and people were just like showing off their cars
Yeah.
and they try to making that a law. So did you know that in California you couldn't cruise at sunset?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Cruising at sunset. Okay. Oh. Boom, 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 boom. So it's
But
yeah, I just some so that was an example that I didn't know, so I had to Google it, and when that I thought that it was just not cruising, it was also a slang, but you just proved me wrong. So yeah, will I learn
you
every day?
still have a lot to learn.
I have a lot, man.
You have
It's
a lot to learn.
the only thing that I can just like to be a real, and it's not just for me, it's for everybody. To be a real good English speakers, you need to be in the place with people speaking from like you need to be in England or in a place that people are native from this language. You
Except for Finnish.
yeah, but you can't expect to be like to be a perfect native, i- no, not native, but a perfect English speaker. If you go even in Norway, in Sweden, in Finland, they speak really good English,
Yeah,
better than
they
anybody
speak
else.
too good English. That's why you can't really get like language path that you need to learn Finnish. Because every time you try, they just switch the English. They think you're stupid and they go, oh, and then they switch to English.
Yeah.
And that's what happens with me. But back to the story what I was telling that so in the cabin we went to do the sauna and we're all sitting in the sauna together and oh, can we edit it out?
Yeah, we will
Okay.
beep. We'll beep.
It was an accident.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just slipped out. My bad. And I did not mean to name drop. Anyways, we're just so the other friend's boyfriend also was there. And so there's three guys, me, you, and the other friend's boyfriend. And I'm sitting there thinking like you're 18 years old and this other guy is like really old. And so he's like 40. And I'm thinking like, okay, at least I'm not the youngest guy in this sauna because this guy here, he's 18. And then I'm just just talking stuff and thinking I'm like I'm not the youngest guy. And I just remember going, so how does it feel like to be 18 years old and stuff? And you look at me and go, what the fuck? 18? Fuck you mean 18? I was like, aren't you 18 years old? And I just remember the look on your face because I just met you and you're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. And I'm just sitting there thinking like I'm in the sauna with these two guys and I'm like, oh fuck.
This guy is showing off. He believed that he was like old enough to say that I was young.
Yeah.
You're just crazy.
No, it was
That's American confidence.
American
This
confidence.
guy is 18 years old.
Yeah.
This douchebag just get out of school, doesn't know shit, doesn't speak English, and he's 18.
I'm just, I'm just sitting there thinking like,
And I look at you and I say, "Hey, motherfucker, I don't speak English, but I'm 33."
yeah,
Anyway, like you will fail like, "Oh, okay." So now he's actually the daddy of the room.
yeah. I was like, oh shit. So this guy's 40 and this guy's 33 and I'm 25. Oh, so
Yeah,
I was the
yeah.
youngest one there.
Confidence back in the stocks.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was still good. It was a good trip. It was fun. And uh and then after that I realized I remember the ride home and I'm like, "Why the fuck did you tell me he was 18?" And my wife goes, "Oh, he's 33?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he was 33." And then she goes, "Oh, oh, that makes more sense. Yes, that makes more sense." And then that was it. That was the end of the conversation. So, but yeah, that was a
I think I was actually 32
yeah, you might have been too.
because yeah, because it's been 8 years now, so
Yeah.
I'm 40 now.
Oh, I just had a birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Hey, happy birthday,
thank you.
and we
To
don't
that
have yeah
empty drinks.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My birthday was on Wednesday, September 18th, and today is
And
Saturday.
you turned 19.
I turned 19 now. I turned 33 years old. I'm on
Finally,
finally.
you went in the direction that you were like 8 years ago talking about.
Yeah,
Like yeah. So now you can feel when somebody will say, "No, no, this guy is 19."
yeah.
How will you react if somebody says right now that you look like 18? Tell me.
Actually, I would be flattered because I would have the young heart, the young look. But at the same time, I would feel like, okay, is it because I look 18 or act 18? There's a difference. If you think I
Both,
look 18, that's good.
both.
If you think I act 18, that's bad. That's really bad. That means my personality and everything is just complete and total shit.
I don't know if I hang out with 18 years old guys, I would probably act a bit like them. I mean,
Would you really be like them? Come on.
probably not,
Probably not. No.
but you need to adapt yourself with the people around you.
But
So if I have I'm the older in my family,
yeah, but you have
in
to be
my
the winsome
generation.
one.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. That's the thing. That when you I'm the older in the oldest in my generation, in my family, both sides. In my father's family, in my mother's family, I'm the oldest in my cousins. And so there is from 3 years, 2 years younger to 10 years younger. Okay. So of course now it doesn't really matter. But when I was 20, I was hanging out with my cousins and some of them were 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. And when you hang out with those differently, with different of, when you hang out with them, you act differently. If you were 10 years old, he want to show you something with these color books or with the Game Boy, and you say, "Ah, that's pretty good." You act differently. You don't need to like act like you're 8 years old boy, but you act differently because you with them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't talk 8 years old like you talk with your dad.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you don't, even if you're with a bunch of 18-year-olds.
If you play football, I mean football, okay? You don't hit your 8-year-old cousin with your shoulder as as heavy as you.
Just speak for yourself, Floyd. No.
Yeah, just in the then. What did you do? You broke my nose. Yeah, but I was actually doing that few times because I was too young and also too stupid to understand that you can't play with your cousin as tough as you expect, and I end up like getting grounded because I hit them pretty hard. It's not for because I was having
Speaking
fun.
about getting grounded, did you get spanked?
No,
You never got spanked.
no.
It's an American thing.
I think
Moving on.
no, 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 no. Yeah, maybe,
Do you
yeah.
get spanked now? Moving on.
We'll be right back.
Do 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 do.
No, I don't get spanked now. No. I mean, maybe I was when I was kid few times. It's just like, you know, not getting an ass naked and like
Oh, I got
teach a
the
lesson,
belt. I got the shoe. I got
the bowling ball.
my parents were full on spanking hard believers back in the day. This is okay, folks. This is the '90s, so please, my parents were good parents, but back in the 1990s and shit, like it was known
Yeah, but
in USA.
I believe that is something that people should still consider to do at some point. Some kids,
That's very controversial, Floyd.
I just don't
Please
care.
elaborate.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not saying that you need to hit your kid. You need to teach in a way that it's not violence that actually work, but you
It's
know,
the fear.
shake, yeah. Because if you get hit at the school in during the recess, you remember that this guy is a fucking asshole. He will hit your fucking face.
Yeah,
So you don't get close to this guy.
exactly. And
So it's just a
I think well back in the day, US schools as well used to actually like hit students with the ruler on your hand.
yeah.
They would tell you put the hand on the table and then they would take a ruler and
I was
and like
in
smack your
my head
hands. Yeah.
the big fucking ruler like a 1 meter
Yeah.
in the wood.
And guess what? There was no school shootings. Just saying.
Just just saying.
Just saying. There was no school shootings back in the day when there was the ruler shit, spankings, and now we got rid of all that shit.
Now teacher get killed.
Teachers getting killed, school shootings happening all the time,
Yeah.
all over the place, and not just in USA. You got Germany, you got Norway, you got Finland, you got Sweden, you got it's everywhere. It's France. It's fucking
Yeah,
everywhere.
and actually this school shooting it was in Finland recently.
Yeah,
It was a
recently.
12 years old kid
Yeah,
with a gun at
with a
school.
gun. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he ended up killing one student and injuring three others.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in Finland, like what? And it's just like the craziness of what's happening in the world with that is just like what has changed? Because back in, and I think the biggest thing that has changed is that this, kids don't have accountability anymore. They don't have discipline like we used to have growing up. I used to be fearful if I fucked up at school and going home and I'm thinking I'm gonna get spanked for this shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
And it was just the constant fear, the anxiety, knowing that there's no way of going back from that.
Just me was actually getting yelled at.
Yeah.
You get the F, I'm gonna be grounded and get yelled at and like treat treat it like no like a shit. Like a shit, like I'm gonna be stupid all my life and I'm not gonna do anything and you get the F again, blah 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 and
Yeah, so there was this fear. There was this
hmm
it was really ingrained in us that this
and
fear that
still I got F all the time.
well you didn't get spanked, so
Yeah, I didn't get spanked because my behavior, but sometimes if I remember, my mom actually spanked me maybe one time if I the only time I remember because I was destroying something in front of
yeah.
her and because I thought it was like normal to do it. I was doing like, oh, I don't. We'll be right back. Uh, I can do it
You're
because
jerking off somebody.
I have no, yeah, I was jerking in front of my mom.
That's what she's saying.
Shout out, mom. I'm sorry.
You're not
Love you.
supposed to play with yourself, boy.
Yeah.
Don't touch
You're not
yourself.
supposed to put that on your ass.
Oh, by the way, sorry, hold that thought with your story because I
Yeah.
just had another thing. Do you know why Corn Flakes was made?
Why?
The cereal Corn Flakes.
Well, I think I read it on the box.
Corn Flakes
It's
was
supposed to make
designed
it.
and made by a guy who wanted to like eradicate masturbation. from men. He thought that the cornflakes would not make men want to touch themselves, and so he designed it back in to make this cereal so
That is
boys
just
would grow up
bullshit.
to not. No, it's for real.
It was written on the box, and I was reading the box when I was kid. He wanted to make popcorn, and he fucked up, and he created cornflakes. It's a
The
mistake.
the real reason is because he wanted to stop boys from masturbating, and so he thought that cornflakes would make you less horny and make boys stop touching themselves. This is real, for real.
Ah, man,
You can Google it.
I'll Google that, man. That's just bullshit,
It's
man.
not bullshit.
You can't. No, 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 no. So I was lied to
Yeah.
for the rest of my life. They were reading that on the box. Wait,
Yes,
wait, 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 wait.
you were lied to. He was not making popcorn. The real inventor of cornflakes wanted to stop that from happening around the world.
So,
I was surprised you've never heard of this. Actually, there's a TV show uh with what's his TV show? It's like with Adam and he came from College Humor, and basically the idea was that he disproves stuff or proves stuff based on myths and things like that. And he had a episode about this cornflakes.
like Captain Disillusion.
I forget the guy's name, but yeah, I remember his name, first
Captain
name.
Disillusion is actually
It's not that. It's
okay.
not that.
Okay.
But yeah.
So here is the question that why cornflakes been invented? Why were cornflakes invented? The popular cereal was first made back in 1894 by John Harvey Kellogg. It was originally created as a healthy food for the patients of the sanitarium in which he worked. And its inception was functional. It was supposed to be healthy and deliberately bland. So
No, you
so we were wrong.
ah here,
What
I'll
what?
look for all.
Okay, go ahead. Well, we actually we were talking about the last time why we why we have this name like the men who know things but don't is because we arguing all the time or shit like that, like why conflict has been invented, and now he's trying to look for like fucking article now from the 80s, like why now, dude, it doesn't like anti-masturbating meal. What the fuck? It just that's just a false
It's not. No,
information.
it's not a false information.
Yeah, I mean, you don't find it. Go, God, I think.
I got it. I can find it. Hold
Yeah, yeah, you'll find it. You'll find it for the next podcast.
on.
It's no, you can't. And then if you masturbating on Google, he will
Of course, yes, 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 but
look your position in that way. I don't want to say anything, but you actually make me shadow move. It doesn't. You don't. No, no. Explain the history of circumcision. Yeah.
Adam Knows Everything host Adam Conroy explains the link between cornflakes and masturbation. It's this
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna plug that on the link in the description and make it. Maybe we make a.
Adam Knows Everything. Yes, that's the name of the show. It was Adam. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And
We.
yeah, for real, the dude inventor of cornflakes wanted people to stop masturbating,
Okay. Okay. Just like okay.
and there the idea was the food was to stop the horniness, and he was a very strong advocate, the guy that made cornflakes, for circumcision, which is why circumcision hit in USA.
So I just like okay. So hold on. So he created cornflakes to get less horny.
Yes.
But if people want to masturbate, they're gonna masturbate instead of doing that for 5 minutes and just jerk off directly. They're gonna masturbate for 25 minutes because they are less horny. If you want to masturbate, you masturbate.
No,
That was stupid. I mean, the guy who created the Kellogg's, the cornflakes, that was stupid idea.
It was a very well.
That was stupid. I know.
It's just
I mean,
weird. It's a weirdly weird idea.
did you ever nowadays do you ever eat cornflakes?
No,
No,
never.
never.
I don't want to not. I don't want to stop masturbating.
Okay, okay. Because I mean, this morning, I had three bowls
Oh my god.
of cornflakes,
And
and just after I masturbate, it was okay.
yeah.
It was
Well,
okay. So it's bullshit. It's just bullshit.
well, that's because you forgot the second part, and I was trying to explain the second part.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And the second part is circumcision, which is the foreskin getting cut off. And this is a very traditional thing in USA,
Mm.
all over USA. And basically, the inventor of Corn Flakes, he made this cereal to stop men from wanting to do that to themselves. And then he was an advocate to pushing circumcision for thinking that it would be painful, so men would actually stop touching themselves. So he not only invented the cornflakes, but he also was a huge advocate for circumcision. So thinking that then no boys would touch themselves if they got their foreskin cut off and they would eat the cornflakes.
And
So
why was actually cornflakes? The baby foreskins. And we end the episode, and oh my God, that was pretty good.
yeah.
Thank you, and have a nice evening or breakfast. And we're already sorry if
Yes,
any.
enjoy your cornflakes,
And
everyone.
yes, bye bye.
Bye.